ask him, he's my friend.
Well, the Proteas have bowed out to some men from down under. It's the last FIFA international break in football, but it is Football Friday. Welcome to ONSIDE ZA, powered by Betway. Get way more. Remember, when you join as a new user on the Betway app, use the affiliate code ONSIDE ZA. It really helps us out a lot. And of course, some benefits potentially in the future for you on that one as well. Joining me on the show today, as always, Mr. Len Moleko.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Everyone's favorite super sub.
Angu.
And I don't normally introduce her last, but I'm a bit upset with her still. Tsepi Worldwide, thanks for joining us, darling.
Hello, darling.
I'm not upset with you. I'm just jealous.
Jeline.
Tsepi, let's start the show off with that. Of course, we did a live broadcast from Disafeng. Thank you to all the ballers who came out to that one. It was a lot of fun to watch the Chiefs versus Pirates Soweto derby in Soweto, where the vibe was hot. Not as hot as where you were, though, Tsepi. Tell us about it.
Man, it was fun. A big shout out to Betway. Betway.
Bow, 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 bow.
Okay, we are branded over here. It was fun. So long story short is that we went to the Betway suite at F&B Stadium, and I was hanging out with the elites, the legends of SA football. I was Shaba Lala, obviously, he's my homie. We come from the same hood. Like Lehwati, the skipper, the other skipper, Hlompo Kekana from Mamelodi Sundowns. In fact, we were asking him, why are you here? He was like, no, you'll see real football tomorrow when we go to Loftus. Like, you'll see real football tomorrow. Love him for that. Happy Jale was also there. Shout out to him. Lovely guy. Very handsome, if I can just put that out there. Who else was there? Oh, Lucky. Did I say Lucky?
Yeah, you did mention
Oh,
that.
yes. And I was with Roo. Lucas Khadebe was also
Ish.
there.
Now I am jealous, man.
Yeah. No, we were hanging. I even took a couple of pictures. I took some behind the scenes with him. I did a pre-match, and I also did a post-match with him on his thoughts about everything else. And because you would remember that the week prior, I'd gone to the Europa Cup tour.
Oh, yes.
And I never got the chance to speak with him. And I told him about that. And I was like, bro, but you owe us. Like, you need to come through here at our compound. So he's game. So we're just waiting for the dates. But yeah, crossing fingers that we do have Roo here in studio.
Tabang shots here behind the scenes. Him and I snuck.
Yes.
Their PR person was mad at the Euro thing. Shots and I snuck to go speak to Lucas and John Obi. And their PR person was mad.
Is it?
Mad.
Why you mad though? Why you mad?
Yeah, looks, to be fair, the guys had a long day of touring the trophy and whatever. And then
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to get in myself, but it was
to.
like a...
Speaking of you'll see real football tomorrow, we did indeed see real football tomorrow. Len Moleko's Mamelodi Sundowns, African Football League champions. Real football indeed.
A lot of people will say that is a preseason tournament, but as call up, we're not there. But congratulations to them. It's MTN8 that went to a private school. But congratulations to them. No, that's the sentiment around. That's not what I think.
What do you think?
What do you think?
I
I'm
think-
interested in what Len Muliko thinks.
How?
The
With a
best
new haircut
eight
and
teams-
everything, even.
The best 8 teams in the on the continent were chosen based on their rankings, as Kev has said, and they were put up against each other to go toe to toe, and everybody had a chance at home and away, and Mamelodi Sundowns came out victorious.
Was
So
there an
big up
empty
to
seat
them.
in Loftus on Sunday?
I didn't see any except for, in most stadiums there's like it's not an emergency, but it's an
Yeah,
emergency
like safety
thing.
zone,
Yes,
buffer zones. Yeah.
buffer zone type
Yeah.
of thing. It was just the buffer zone.
Yeah,
that
but that's a
did not
buffer.
have
That's
fans.
because you can't put people there. But if you could, those seats would have been full as well, probably.
Yeah.
Well, the tickets were free, so I mean,
Aye, but there was still
Yeah,
lots
but
of yellow
even
shirts.
so, I mean, even Soweto Derby at some point, we were even wondering when we were driving to the stadium if it's going to be fully packed because it was on 80%. But when I checked out Orlando Pirates' IG, they said that it was, and it was indeed packed.
Packed, sold out.
And people, the difference also is that as much as we know now Kaizer Chiefs supporters to be a bit mischievous, but considering that they also lost against Orlando Pirates.
Some
so shout out
Kaizer
to them.
Chiefs supporters are mischievous. Not Kaizer Chiefs supporters are mischievous.
Okay, Oksalayo, they are mischievous and they were not. So shout out to them.
We're
for
not
that.
defending Kaizer Chiefs today.
Me,
They're gonna lose
I'm
next
not-
week, you'll see.
I'm not a PR person of anybody. I love all teams equally because I don't support any team specifically.
I will call you out ever
the
so
DSTV
slightly on that.
Premiership.
Thank you.
I'll call you out ever so slightly on
Please
that.
call me out.
Because if people run this back, you chose your words in a way that made me think that
He was
Sundowns
leaning.
is they, and there are other clubs that are we.
Wow.
Just
Catch,
the way you
catch,
chose
catch.
words, that Sundowns is they, and unlike we.
Okay, Marco.
Kale.
It's okay, Marco. It's okay.
But look, well done to Mamelodi Sundowns.
Well done. And
I honestly did not think they were going to turn around that fixture. I think they did
Yeah.
very well. I mean, for them to win 2-0, I mean, we were talking here and...
We're doing South
we're doing the
African, so we do the
numbers.
maths.
Yeah, we're doing
That's
the
what we do.
maths. So, even if they just score one goal, they've got an away goal and then that's it. They can score one goal and sit back, but they went on about it the Mamelodi Sundowns way. They gave a stellar performance and they're champions.
But
Something
without-
that got in my feelings. May I just say, I got in my feelings because we love Gavin Hunt. He's a friend of the. He's a
Playmaker of
He's
the
a
show.
playmaker of the show. And I mean, Gavin to be a nice guy, right? And he tweeted, congratulations, Coach Rolani and Mamelodi Sundowns. You know what people were saying under his tweet? Like, I want to keep on developing players for us.
Imagine.
Well, if we're being fair, he only just got to Supersport United like the other day. It's not like the bulk of the Sundowns players that were bought from Supersport were
under
developed by Gavin Hunt. But on the point of the Wydad game, I think Wydad also shot themselves in the foot because
The setback.
they went into that game with the mentality of we've got a 2-1 lead.
a clean sheet gives us the trophy.
Yes, we're going to defend this 2-1 lead because they were going on with the time wasting tactics from the first half already.
Yes.
Like falling all over the place, trying to waste time. And unfortunately, that worked against them. And the minute Sundown scored, that means now they had to suddenly start chasing the game. And in them chasing the game, that opened them up and that allowed Sundowns to actually go on the hunt, no pun intended, and get the second goal.
Boo, 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 boo.
I'll say, fortunately, it happened to them because I hate those kind of. That's anti-football for me.
Yeah.
When you're gonna go and do such,
Thank you, Marco.
when you're gonna go and play like that, you don't deserve to win. They should have come. I mean, you must look at how Sundowns play. Then when they're away, they don't play like an away team. You know what I mean?
How
They always-
often? Sorry,
Okay, go
super
ahead.
sub. How often do you see a South African club football side with 5 or 6 players either in or on the very edge of the opposition's box? Not often that you see 5 or 6 players like really on the edge or in the opposition's box. And you look at Sundowns' opening goal, 6 players either in or on the edge of the opposition's box,
See, the thing with
committing to attack.
Yeah, so the thing with them is they knew what they had to do. The aim was not for them to sit back. The aim was for them to go on the attack from the minute the game started because they were on the back foot, if I can put it like that, because they had to get that early goal. And that early goal meant now suddenly Wydad is a bit rattled. They also need to go looking for a goal. So Sundowns was very intentional in how they approached the game. They were very attacking, if I can put it like that. They went with their attacking approach in the game. And you could see in how they... Thank you again, Marco. You could see in how they approached the game that they were like, okay, cool. We're going for it. And with the personnel that they actually started the game with, it was not so much a defensive approach versus them going out on the attack.
Talk us through it on the iPad there.
Costa Zwane, Shalulile, Mudiba, Mokoena.
Let's have a look on the screen now while you talk about it.
So, if you look at the way they set up with a 4-4-3, in terms of having Costa, Zwane, Shalulile up front, they've got goals in them. Zwane is able to also almost kind of like drag out your center forwards. Your center backs. Open up space, because you could even see with the goal that Shalulile scored. I think it was from a shot that was it Mokoena
saved by the goalkeeper.
Yes, goalkeeper saved, and then Shalulile was there pouncing, and then they got the goal. So they were the bulk of their players, and you've got Khuliso Motau, for instance,
Who likes going forward?
So he adds in the numbers that Mamelodi Sundowns actually had in attack. So Rulani Mokoena was very intentional. He was like, you know what, guys, we're going to go all out.
Yeah.
It's now or never.
What do we have to lose, basically?
Yes, we have nothing to lose. So we just have to go for it and see what happens.
Dare I say that Rulani Mokoena could now or potentially be the best coach, manager on the continent?
That's too soon.
Why too soon? Like as in current, not of all time or anything like
This
that.
Currently in the continent.
Well, okay, what has he won? Except for the AFL.
In the continent.
On the
Did
continent.
he not win the league with the
on.
boys? Was
Sorry?
it him and Mangoba that won the 2022-23 DSTV Premiership?
No. Okay, there's the Al Ahly coach won the Egyptian Premier League.
Okay. Do we not see him potentially also taking the CAF Championship? They won a match against Afra. Yes,
They're still in it, so they've got potential to win it.
Yeah.
You see,
Do you not see them leading right now in the loss? Remember we spoke about how he's gone, I don't know how many matches now with no loss in our domestic league.
Yeah, but it's like, how can I put it? You can't compare what Rulani wins in the country to what others do
In their own country.
in their own country versus doing it on the continent. If I had to superimpose this to Europe, you can easily say that Pep Guardiola is the best coach in Europe because he's won the Champions League and he's won his domestic titles. But last season or the season before that, you couldn't outrightly say that. You would say that Carlo Ancelotti is the best coach on the continent because he won the ultimate prize there is to win on the continent, which is the Champions League.
Do you agree, Super
Okay, so Murulani is going to be...
I do agree with Len to a certain extent because,
Okay.
Champions League is the ultimate when it comes to club football. You know, if you win Champions League, you've conquered club football. You know, and until such time that Rulani does that, I think that conversation is a little bit premature.
Who is then the best coach in Africa right now? Do we still say Pizzo?
It's the
Pizzo's not
he's
currently a coach.
He hasn't
Anyway.
been a coach
Doesn't count.
in the continent
Yes.
for a while.
So who is
So
it?
he doesn't count. And also the best coach, club coach, or are we talking
Continentally, the one who's
coach-
conquered.
coach in just like Hugo Bruce
Aye.
vibes, or who's the Senegal coach again? What's his name?
Salio.
Senegal coach, former player. What's his name? Man?
The dreadlock guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cisse.
Cisse.
Cisse. Alou Cisse. Yes. Are you gonna say he's the
Aliou
best
Cisse,
because
yes.
he is coaching a Senegal team that is doing very well? Are you gonna say the coach of Morocco is the best coach on the continent because he took his side to a semi-final at the World Cup? Are you gonna say the Al Ahly coach is, well, except if he's not complaining about other clubs, but like, are you gonna say that the Al Ahly coach is the best coach on the continent? So on what do we base this on?
It's very interesting, guys. Let's have a look at the comments.
But I can tell you now that Jerry Chabalala is, he can raise his hand on being one of the best coaches on the continent. Because Mamelodi Sundowns ladies are doing the thing.
Yeah, no, they're up there, hey? Fucking hell.
Ntlantla from
This is a family
Soweto.
show.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Ntlantla from Ntlantla Soweto saying Soweto teams would never be able to win the AFL.
I think Pirates would have a chance.
I wouldn't say never Would
Yeah,
they?
never,
If you
it's-
watch
it's a
the game on
big-
It's a
Saturday,
long time.
Yeah, no.
if you watch the game on Saturday, what would you say that they can win it, like as they are now currently?
Nope.
The two teams that played against each other on Saturday, none of them would have been able to beat any of the teams that played against each other on Sunday.
Nope. They wouldn't. They're not there.
Yeah,
On the
that's-
balance of how they played on Saturday and how the other game was played on Sunday.
Even me, I don't see
Big
it.
difference.
Yeah, no, definitely.
The quality of football was different.
Yeah, look, I think to get to a point where you win the Continental Cup, you have to like contest frequently. Like you need to be in the Champions League all the time. Every season you need to be in the Champions League, and eventually you get to a point where you know your way around Champions League. You know how to win matches away. You know, and all of that. You don't just like wake up and then first season you
Flesh in
win
the pen.
Yeah, you win Champions League. It doesn't happen like that. We can. I will use your words now. We can superimpose this to European football. Like Pep Guardiola took him how long to win it with Manchester City?
Also true.
He was getting to the semis, but he was never getting over the line. But because it takes time to understand for players to get used to playing Champions League and winning those games.
Yeah.
But eventually you do get to win it. But I think Orlando Pirates definitely can stand a chance. Kaizer Chiefs, I'm not too
Not
sure.
right now.
Not right
I
now,
don't.
definitely.
I think even right now, Pirates would struggle. They wouldn't find it as easy to beat the North African sides in the style that Sundowns does.
Look, I mean, we couldn't beat Zhuaning FC. So, case in point.
Case in point.
Interesting point from our official black BLAQ on the comments. He says, let's be honest, Sundowns is like an automatic car. They just need a person who can hold the wheel. So I still don't rate Rulane on the continental stage.
Yo, and yes, guys. So we were away this
I don't
past
like
couple
that,
of days.
you know, and I'll tell you why I'm
Yeah.
saying that. For every club, whether you've got stars or not, you still need a good manager to motivate those players to come to select the best 11 that's gonna give you results.
Yeah.
Man United.
We can't downplay his achievements and what he's doing. He's doing
We can't.
things right. We can't downplay it. And I think we get too comfortable in just, you know. But also, I was having a conversation with the guys, a random one, a couple of days ago. And tell me what your sentiments are with this one. And they were adamant, Uguti, Mamelodi Sundowns, Batimoshi League.
Ngani manje?
Batimoshi League because Batate Bonga Banya Bantwana, they are making the money, so they have the capacity, and it's making the DSTV Premiership.
But Tate
not
Bonke Abantwana
as
isn't like they've
interesting.
signed all the players.
Yeah.
So if
Man, in a country of 60
60
million.
million people, if I'm handsome and all the girls want me, am I
Wait.
ruining the dating game?
No,
I'm not. I'm handsome.
You-
That's just my.
no, I'm
that's
just-
that's
And
that's
we
just
can't,
it.
and also we can't hate you for your privileges.
You know, you can't hate me for my. Am I supposed to apologize for being handsome? No. So Sundowns, their scouting is very good.
They've got good structures.
Yes, the way they recruit, the structures of the team, those are very good. And they've got a manager who knows how to utilize everything that's at his disposal. The Sundowns of old used to, when Motsepe came in, they used to buy all the players. Remember the days of Pitan Grove?
Yeah.
And like all the stars were there, but they were not winning anything.
Yeah.
Until Pito came in and put in structures for them to end up where they are right now. So that topic of Sundowns ruining the league because they're the handsome guys there at varsity, that for me, that's unfair.
Well, back to the comments. There's one who says we're talking about club football. That was in relation to us talking about international managers being a thing. I sort of agree with that. I'd say if you're an international manager, I don't think you're in the same picture as club managers
Facts.
in terms of having the status of the very best anymore. I think in the old days of international football, when it was more competitive versus club football being slightly less competitive, but now club football is a level or two higher than international football in a way. And just in terms of the volume of effect that a manager has on a club football side, Gavin Hunt addressed this when we spoke to him, saying that you're a glorified squad picker at international level, and just the volume of work that it takes to be successful as a club manager is higher than that of the volume of work of an international
And your
team.
time
So
is limited, yeah.
I agree, because your time with the players is limited.
And on the point of Sundowns as well, and also coming to a point that Siyabonga Mbuso is saying, he says Chiefs and Pirates have enough sponsors to replicate the same thing that Sundowns is doing.
They do.
So here's my thing, and there was a comment made by the chairman, Dr. Kezam Taung, and football manager at Kaizer Chiefs, Bobby Mutaung. He said there is patience needs to be practiced at Kaizer Chiefs, and I think I sat here and said that the same thing. But do you think Kaizer Chiefs fans are patient enough?
No, they're not.
Because 1 or 2 losses on the trot, it's like, yeah, the coach must go. Yeah, this. They did that with Stuart Baxter. That's when he left. They did that with Gavin Hunt. That's when he left. Yeah. They did that with Arthur Zwane. That's when he left. They did that with Mulifin Tseki. That's when he left. So is it going to be a revolving door until when?
Until January when Pizzo comes.
Until it gets chilly.
If he loses 2 or 3 games, then they're going to say Pizzo must go.
Which is highly probable that he might lose those games.
He will lose.
But because
in the
of
same
the
way,
statute,
Gavin Hunt also didn't. Gavin Hunt wasn't given the time, and he should have been given the time, right?
Yeah, but also I think because of the stature of a coach that he is, they might give him a leeway. Because all Chiefs fans were saying is that all this Arthur Zwane is not a seasoned campaigner. He has not really proven himself.
Yeah,
and then he failed. Right?
Gavin did.
But the stature of Gavin compared to Kevin Johnson.
But were fans
let me put this
were fans calling for Gavin's head? Or did the club just
No,
decide?
it's the club. Remember, he did say they had to sit down with him and say, we didn't make cups.
The fans started the outcry first.
Yeah. So the point I was making is, when Kaizer Chiefs management decided to go and appoint Mulifin Tseki, Chiefs fans felt that we are repeating what they did the previous season, and it didn't show any results. Because Tseki and Zwane, let's be honest, they are both amateurs.
But they are chalk and cheese. Mulifin Tseki coached the national team. Zwane has never coached the national team.
In a way, but what have he won?
Well,
what does he have to show for him to get that job at Kaizer Chiefs, one of the biggest club in Southern Africa?
On the same note, when Rulani was appointed coach, what had he won?
Rulani Mukwena.
Yes.
But remember, Rulani, it's a different story because he was part of the structures. He was learning from Pitso Musimane, who he had for the longest time.
Even there, Palace,
it's a good strategy for clubs to promote internally when you're on a path of success. When you're on a path where you decide that you need substantial change, to promote internally is not going to make sense for Kaizer Chiefs right now. They've done so with Kevin, but that's temporary basis. The idea is that that's a temporary basis.
Yeah.
So to promote from internally, I agree with you. When the structure of the club is currently successful, when the trajectory that you're on is currently successful, makes sense to promote internally and keep that continuity.
Mm-hmm.
But Kaizer Chiefs needs change.
Yeah.
But
they are playing Swallows the next match, then Polokwane, then Richards Bay. So we are going to then see what Kevin is bringing to the table.
Like what change?
In terms of?
No. Marco mentioned that Kaizer Chiefs needs change. And for the record, Ike Matlakala, Sundowns is not hurting me. Trust me. It's not. Anyway, what change is needed at Chiefs? Because clearly the coach changing is not helping.
Yeah, and again, what has Kevin Johnson achieved?
Me, I'm saying.
If we're being frank.
He was an assistant to Pitso Musimane.
Yeah, but what has he changed is the question.
At Al Ahly, and he won the Egyptian league.
As an assistant.
I think he also won the assistant. Same as Rulani. You see now, it's the argument that we just made.
I'm saying, Rulani was there. Kaizer Chiefs is not Al Ahly. Had it been that Kevin Johnson has won those accolades while in the structures of Kaizer Chiefs, it then makes sense to escalate him to take the main role.
But if you're coming from external, what are you bringing to the table?
But Kevin Johnson is a seasoned campaigner. Kevin Johnson has coached. He was at Platinum Stars at some point.
What has he won?
Answer
that man.
Okay, but
he probably has a Telecom knockout cup.
What I will say,
and then you go and manage Kaizer Chiefs.
But the appointment is actually a good one on an interim basis. I think that's the key. He's a good appointment to just shore the ship. Like you said, a seasoned campaigner, lots of experience. Just come in, shore the ship while we decide which direction we're going to go.
And then you blame Kaizer Chiefs fans.
Yes, Mara, also
when they feel disgruntled.
I think we're not also considering and also mentioning something that, and I mean, Gavin at some point touched on this, that administratively or the board or the powers that be also sometimes then meddle in what a coach is trying to accomplish. And that could also be one of the challenges that a coach is going through. And he might not be vocal about it, but that could also be something. In fact, Yabon, Ntlantla saying the problem is Kalachi's board, not the team or the brand. He's saying that.
Okay, so let's. I think we're gonna run out of time here. So let's travel south. Let's travel south in South Africa still. Ernst Medendorp, Len Moleko, Cape Town Spurs. Good appointment. I mean,
it's
very good appointment.
What does he want? I'm kidding.
He has won the league.
No. He's a season campaigner.
And what do you have to lose at this point? Even
if you have Ernst Medendorp. I mean, the man literally almost took Chiefs home. Like
he lost the league with 1 point, or
no? They were
2
15.
points.
They were 15 minutes away from winning the league.
Yeah, but he lost it with 2 points.
15 minutes away from winning the
Oksalai.
league. Season campaigner. He knows South African football.
He does.
He's taken clubs out of muddy situations,
Except for Maritzburg.
for a number of times. But you know, these things happen. I think it's a good appointment. I did suspect when Sean Bartlett was dismissed and Ernst Medendorp quit his job. Was it in Tanzania?
Singita Fountain Gate.
When he quit his job and came to, I knew something was brewing. So I think for Cape Town Spurs, it's a good appointment. I just hope with that good appointment, they make even better with it come the January transfer window in terms of bolstering their squad, because I think more than anything, they were let down by the players as opposed to by the coaching of the players.
Well, I think it'll be easy to create some sort of improvement from where they are in terms of the league table.
Exactly.
But in terms of the turn in form since Sean Bartlett left the club, has been not, okay, I won't say performances.
They beat Pirates.
They had the one, but they lost.
You just
they
had to
lost,
slot it in there, Len.
but then they lost the following two.
No, I just had to slip that one in.
Yeah,
that one was
just the
necessary.
We're sharp.
Imagine as Cape Town Spurs, like your accolade so far is beating Pirates. And if you look at it as it stands in the DStv Premiership,
10 losses, 1 win. Bottom of the table, 6 points behind Richards Bay.
Struggling.
But the thing is, 6 points is not a lot.
Well,
But
even the 6 points
where you
doesn't keep
finding
you
yourself,
safe.
exactly.
It keeps you from going immediately down.
Granted, but if you
You're
look at
8 points behind safety.
if you look at the trajectory of the bottom 3 teams, Royal AM, Richards Bay, and Cape Town Spurs, they're almost moving at the same pace in terms of games lost and games won. In the previous 5, Royal AM only won 1 game, Richards Bay only won 1 game, Cape Town Spurs only won 1 game.
That is a fair assessment.
Yeah, no, very fair.
And even if you go
And even
higher
their goal
than that,
difference,
TS
same.
Galaxy also only on 4 points in their last 5 games, like Richards Bay. Skikune United, same sort of thing. And then Stellies, who's above them there, on quite a bit like better form. In those
2
terms.
wins,
So,
2 losses, 1 draw.
So Stellies seems to be the cutoff. Like no one gonna,
I think,
catch up there. But
13 to 16, anybody can find themselves in muddy waters at any given time. Not enough points have been amassed, and the run of form is also not something to write home about.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, very interesting appointment, that one. Let's see how it plays off over the course of the season. But probably, as it seems right now, a good appointment for Cape Town Spurs. Royal AM, who we were also been speaking about in that relegation battle at the bottom of the DStv Premiership. President Mkhize has penned an open...
Mamkhize.
My apologies. I'm
Marco,
sorry,
it's
ballers.
It's Mkhize.
Sean Mkhize.
There's nothing wrong.
Give
nothing
Mamkhize
wrong.
friends, don't worry.
Hey.
There's nothing
There's
wrong.
nothing wrong. It's Sean Mkhize.
It's Sean
Sean
Mkhize.
Mkhize.
Yes.
Sean Mum Keys.
You said
Continue.
President Sean Mkees.
Okay,
Yes.
Mum Kise.
No,
Yes,
President of
darling.
Say
Royal
it anyway.
Yes,
Of Royal
darling.
Has
Air.
penned an open letter to the club supporters and dismissed rumors that the club is for sale. Aye, guys, you know that
There have been problems there.
you know we've been. I was having a conversation earlier today about Mpumalanga Black Aces,
Yeah.
Bidvest Wits,
Bloemfontein Celtic.
Celtic.
Bloemfontein Celtic.
Which is now Royal Air.
I mean, where are the franchises? They're gone. We've spoken about this
Yeah.
ad nauseum.
One thing that I've noticed with all those teams that you've mentioned, it starts like this. Am I wrong, Len? Somebody says, like, it starts as a rumor.
It's like the transfer window.
Yeah, it's like a transfer
And then the
window.
club's like, no. We're not
Even
selling.
when Bidvest was sold, everybody thought it's not going to happen because those rumors surfaced, and everybody thought, no, there's no way that Bidvest is going to be sold. It's such an old club. It's got so much history, but where we are now.
In fact, if
But
you
I
look
think
at
we
it,
also struggle. Sorry, Lynn. I think sometimes in South African football, and this has been, our legacy, where a football team is normally a geographic or it's a family situation. And sometimes because we have our siblings, our kids and the like, who are then within the management structures, and they might not have the ability sometimes to take the team to the next level. So because it is a family situation, I think we struggle with being able to get people that are professional, that know how to run a situation. And I think that might be the case with Royal AM, where we have siblings, maybe family members or people that we're close to, as opposed to getting professionals to run the team.
I think it's a
it
case
works for
with-
sports agents for the big players in Europe. Their brother, their dad is their manager, the agent,
yeah.
or
It's with a couple of teams where the situation is like that. Chiefs, Pirates, Sundowns, you
Jomo
can
Cosmos.
argue-
Black Leopards.
I'm talking about teams that are in the DStv
Okay,
Premiership.
yeah.
oh, sorry,
Yes. Let's not speak down on others.
We're not. You just did.
Chiefs, Pirates, Sundowns. I think Amazulu is in that same boat because Zungu's daughter is the CEO of the club, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure about the setup at Sikukune.
No, he's a business person.
Chippa
the
United
owner.
as well, because the son is also Chile is Mpengesi's son
Mpengesi.
is something within the club structures. Cape Town Spurs, I know the Aristafio brothers are running the club. I don't know in terms of other management there. TS Galaxy, I think.
hey, you've gone through the whole league. Lee.
Yeah, we get your point.
get it.
What are you trying to say?
You want to tell us he knows all the teams?
No, I was trying to go to Tepi saying that it's not everybody in the league who is family run per se. There are some teams that actually function as
Yes, of course.
a
I'm not
normal
saying
team.
that, but
Yeah,
I'm talking
SuperSport,
about,
for
in this
instance.
case, I'm talking about Royal
It's not
AM.
a family team.
Stellenbosch.
Oh, Naki Waka Royal AM. Gore, we
Stellenbosch,
know,
it's owned by Rupert.
but that's a business on its own. And we know this.
You're right. He owns Stellenbosch. You are right. I'm not going to
Talking about big money football, women's football in Africa. Congratulations, Mamelodi Sundowns ladies,
Yeah, they're
for
playing
qualifying for the third time in the
In a row.
CAF Women's League final.
Yeah, and I saw there's actually a feature docu on Netflix that's coming up.
on the 22nd of November. Yeah,
That's gonna be talking about their
Banyana
their,
style.
yeah, their journey to lifting the first one, eh?
Yes, because they are playing in the third final. They lost one.
The
won
second one they lost.
to the team that they beat in the semi-final, Rabat.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting that actually, like Sundowns, men, women, they're fighting it out against Moroccan teams. Like, interesting stuff.
Yeah, it just
But
goes
what
to
do
show
we-
you where there's good structures.
Yes.
And
I was about to say, sorry, Supesa, because the reality also is that there's Mamelodi Sundowns ladies, and then we have other teams. And in most cases, you find that the ladies that, ply their trade in the other teams still have to have a 9 to 5. They don't have enough time for training. And so sometimes you realize then that the reason why certain teams are going to be doing well is because obviously they have a good injection of resources, money, and the like.
Because they're fully
We have-
professional, not
precisely.
semi-professional.
We've got Copper Belt. You know
because there's
Copper
not
Belt.
much money in that league.
Yes,
for the
you know,
ladies,
Copper
yeah.
Belts, TS, but Durban ladies, City Leeds.
Cheers, Galaxy Queens.
You dig? You know?
Royal AM as well.
Yeah, I mean, we have like ladies that are also doing well, respectively, had they been, afforded the same opportunities or resources and the like, and not have to worry about a 9 to 5 and just focus on football. I promise you, then Mamelodi Sundowns would have big contenders.
So are we saying that? Are we saying that then? Because of the resources, that's the reason why Sundowns ladies are cut above the rest.
We're saying
No, they're excellent, but I'm saying the reason why the other
part
girls
of
are
it.
not there with the rest, with Mamelodi Sundowns ladies, is because there are things that are still lacking.
It's a factor. It's a massive factor.
That's
Talking
it.
about silverware, away from the main ones that we think about all the time, glitzy, glamorous, women's CAF Awards ceremonies. CAF Awards 2023, some of the nominations for South African teams. National Team of the Year, Banyana.
Of course.
No surprise
Coach
there.
of the Year, Coach Desiree Ellis. Goalkeeper of the Year, Andile Dlamini. And Kaylin Swart.
It's gonna
We
be,
know who's going to take it.
it's gonna be an interesting one. Len, who do you think is gonna take it? Because Andile did not play
Yes.
in the World Cup.
That's like a yay.
But she's performing excellently
at
for
club-
Sundowns
at
ladies.
club level.
Yes.
And it is
What
the CAF
what
Awards.
supersede what here?
That's interesting.
Ish.
It's a tough one. Eh?
But I think I would pick Andile above Caitlin.
Okay. And then Young Player of the Year, Tubelile Shamasi. Guys, I'm struggling here. Interclub Player of the Year, Lebogan
doing well.
Ramalepe. And Player of the Year, Temi Katlana
Katlana,
Hilda.
What a star.
My guy. Hilda's performed well for Banyana as well.
Yeah.
And anyway, I'm not going to go through.
Jermaine is there.
Andile Dlamini is also in Player of the Year as a nomination. So that's interesting, which might give you a tip of the goalkeeper hat there that you predicted, as Kaylin Swart
Wait,
is not
who else is
nominated
there? Is
for
Hilda
Player
not
of the
there? Machaya.
Mahaya
I
is
said-
there.
Oh,
You did
Machaya,
mention
ne?
him,
Jermaine is there.
Mention her,
Refilwe Jani is there. Linda.
So good luck.
Matalo as well.
Good luck to all
And Linda,
of the South
by the way,
African.
Machaya plays in South Korea. Right now. South Korean WK League Club.
Okay.
Yeah.
So effectively, I would give the nod to Andile in this regard, because not only is she doing well at
International
national
level.
level, well, even at national level when she was the primary keeper, she was doing very well. And
Was she one goalkeeper of the tournament for WAFCON that Banyana won?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
Yes, she
believe
did.
so.
Yes,
She won
she did.
goalkeeper
Yes,
of
she
the
did.
tournament.
Yes, she did.
And Golden Glove.
Yes, she did.
I'll give it to Hilda. I'll give it to Hilda Machaya.
And
Who
like
was
she's
captaining.
Hilda is excellent. And I
And
don't
she's
think we've
actually-
had a match without her scoring a goal.
And she's actually doing well for Sundowns ladies now. So if Sundowns ladies go on and win the CAF Women's Champions League, then Andile, that's gonna raise her stake even higher.
But these awards are from November last year to November now. December last year to November.
Yeah,
So based on
it's still November. Kiran, the final is in November.
so which means that now she's stand a very good chance of actually taking it.
Yes.
I think she's the one that's gonna take it.
Okay, so let's move on from that. Good luck to all of the representatives there. Let's move on to tomorrow's game, Bafana against Benin. 3 o'clock.
You know what, ne?
For you to go in to go and dig out that t-shirt
Wow.
You know what, ne, Marco?
and wear this shirt,
You know what, Marco? Ne?
you must have something to say about Bafana.
And this is not a rant. I promise you, I haven't done rants in a very
Marco?
long time.
I'm Shapeka.
I'm sure.
And he says, I want to see.
I'm Shapira.
Okay, on Shida.
I'm shy.
This is a Len Moleko rant brought to you by Betway. Get way more. Remember to stay on side with us and Len Moleko.
I'll go.
So I have detached myself from emotionally investing in national teams. I finished with the Springboks. I'm
You
now
didn't
done.
believe in the Springboks even.
But I'm now done.
And the
I'm done.
Proteas?
I'm done.
Yeah, because Proteas broke his heart this week. That's why he's upset.
No. I watched that game without any expectations.
Yeah, no. If you're a South African and you love yourself, you should know that immediately when the Proteas gets to the
You love yourself.
semi-final, you disinvest your emotions.
It's like
and then watch on the fence.
Yes, you know, the Proteas are like Chiefs. Do not have any expectations. Just watch and enjoy.
I think a lot of ballers are going to be very happy to hear you say this, Len, because they say that you bad luck. When you say a team's going to win, then
It's
they
the
don't.
opposite.
No investment.
I want to see.
But
in the
like,
comments.
look, Benin, on the balance of looking at this caliber of the nations, you'd expect Bafana to beat Benin, but the Outlaws went
By
to
1-0.
Nigeria and managed the 1-1 draw. By Outlaws, I mean Lesotho. Botladi Leboliruo. Lesotho went to Nigeria, got a 1-1 draw.
I saw that.
And we look at Nigeria and we think like, okay, this is a powerhouse of the continent. And we look at our group and we're like, okay, cool. We've got Rwanda, we've got Nigeria, we've got Lesotho, we've got Zimbabwe, if I'm not mistaken. And you're like, okay, cool. Where are we going to get our wins from? So this group looks, on the balance of it, you're like, Nigeria and South Africa. But judging by the matches that have played so far, we need to approach Benin with caution. We need to have our ducks in a row. Also considering that our top goal scorer or our current on-form scorer is not available. Yes. So
I would back a less than 1.5. There's not going to be goals in this one.
yeah, 1-0 or 1-1.
1-0, 1-1, something like that. Hey?
Yeah,
Under
I'm hoping
2.5.
You guys have a lot of faith, yo.
On
who?
Bafana.
On Bafana, you have lots of faith. I can see the faith.
Would you bet your house on
She's
Bafana?
being sarcastic.
I know.
She's saying that we should have faith. We should have more faith in
We are
Bafana.
not potatoes.
I have a lot of faith, yo.
Okay.
anyway.
But anyway, on the same day, we have Niger. They're going against Tanzania in Group E. And we also have Senegal going against South Sudan in Group B on the same day.
Yeah, no. Bafana, that if we are to qualify for the World Cup,
Why are you laughing?
this is where you start collecting points.
But on the balance of play, ne? And I know Ernest Munonda says, please don't say Bafana will win, Len. I want to bet money on that match.
Okay.
I bet Bafana is going to lose.
Tango.
I get it, the opposite happens.
Okay,
cool.
Let's go to the comments then. Seeing as you're there, official Black Tea
yeah.
says 3-1 Bafana win. Our cricket squad is a mini Bafana. Says Lutendo Mudau. Bafana will win, but it's only
Lutendo.
because of a
Lutendo's
lack
always
of
there.
competition.
Lungam Caesar says, I trust Bafana not qualifying for the World Cup. Nigeria are qualifying from our group. Nigeria that couldn't beat Lesotho.
Lesotho's the best team on the continent. Come.
Yes, and again, Lesotho, so yes, definitely. I agree.
1-1.
Botladi.
At home. Nigeria couldn't beat Lesotho at home.
Botladi.
What's up,
Super
there?
sub, you were saying earlier.
9. No, but look, I think, like I said, on the balance of it, you'd expect either South Africa or Nigeria to get out and qualify, because how it works from the 9 groups, group winners automatically qualify, and
How many
the 4
do?
best
Oh.
second place finishers go to an
A final knockout.
Yes, a knockout round. So
tournament thingy, yeah.
Yeah, because now we're going to...
We've got
the
10.
2026 one is the increased one.
yes.
Yeah.
So look, this is our best chance
our
of
best shot to
qualifying
qualify.
for the World Cup. And if we don't qualify for the World Cup
Then let's
in
call it a day.
2026, yeah,
I value show.
Let's just give this money to the women. I think the women have a better chance of doing well in these competitions compared to us.
Well, I'm trying to engage with the comments, but I see we've missed out on a few, and we're going to go backwards and forwards and whatever. And there is a comment here from Swarelo Moleko. We'll get to that now.
Family.
No relation.
He's telling his family now to comment.
no relation.
We'll get to that now when we head back to Europe. But 2 quick ones before we leave African football, South African football. 2 questions quickly. One of the comments here from Dakalo. Should the PSL have financial fair play? And then there was another one here about also Dakalo saying that the PSL should be strict with the selling statutes for selling of teams.
Firstly, you need finances to have financial fair play.
Because Sundowns would be the only club affected by this. Sundowns, Chiefs, and Pirates.
Or
They
maybe
would be the
Pirates
only.
also, yeah.
But you see, the thing is, financial fair play, how it works in Europe is to have a sustainable model. Chiefs and Pirates are a sustainable model. They'll be able to buy whatever players they want, and no one will compete with them because their market, their brand is so valuable that they'll make so much money that they will dominate.
So essentially, this is how it's like, or how I think it is. If you look at the teams that have been the teams that are the teams now, it's Chiefs, Pirates, and Sundowns.
Yeah.
The rest were either bought, status, something. It was a
Saved.
team that was something else before it
Was
became
swallow,
what.
seesaw.
If all the teams, it's only those three that have been consistent and have not been sold
Sold
or
or bought.
bought or whatever since the inception of either of the teams. So 19 Pirates is 37, ne? Chiefs
No,
is
it can't be
1937.
37.
Pirates is 1937.
They were formed in 1937.
Yes.
They're not
Founded.
37.
Eh?
No,
You said
founded.
No, 37.
No,
But
he's talking about the year.
We get it, guys, please. Sure.
Hey,
Hey, I'm tired.
yeah?
It's Friday. It's late. Come on.
Yeah?
We want to go groove. We don't want to fight.
that's this year.
So 37, Chiefs is 1970, Swallows, Sundowns is also 1970. So all those teams in that period of time have always been who they are. They've never bought a status from anybody.
Facts.
And everybody else, the SuperSport United of this world, the Royal AM, the...
Another successful team, Cape Town City, bought Mpumalanga Black Aces.
Black Aces,
A whole
yes.
other region, a whole other place.
Exactly.
You're taking a franchise from Mpumalanga to make a Cape Town City.
Yeah.
Wasn't Stellenbosch Vasco da Gama at some point?
What's it, Vasco?
I think it was Vasco. Sikuku
Okay.
bought something.
all
TTM.
Okay,
I
so
think they bought TTM.
Yes.
Yeah.
Galaxy bought a status as well, if I'm not
Yes,
mistaken.
they bought
Highlands.
Highlands Park.
Royal AM bought
Yes.
Bloemfontein Celtic, Richards Bay.
I don't know them like
They were
that.
promoted to
But-
PSL,
but-
but they bought down there.
Who are they? Yeah.
So does that answer your questions, the Carlo?
Another comment.
It's a very difficult thing
Yeah.
to do. They can't manage the sales of clubs. It seems like South African football culture. Just buy whichever team and do whatever you want. And that the financial fair play will actually just make things worse. It will mean Chiefs, Pirates, and Sundowns are the only teams that can compete for the signatures of players.
Very quickly, Josie. I'm talking on Bafana. He says a draw or loss for Bafana. It's over with going to the World Cup. Nigeria is a big problem in that group with a top striker in the world, which is obviously Victor.
He
Yeah,
couldn't
and
do
then
it
there's another
against
comment
our
here.
neighbors.
There's
I
another
still
comment.
go
Yam
back.
Keller said that Victor Osimhen didn't play against our neighbors and that Nigeria struggled for goals without him. So very good point.
Is that, yeah.
And official Black Tea says Sundowns were bought, Len.
Yes, they changed owners. They were not bought. The team
stayed Sundowns.
Yes, Motsepe bought it from the Natasha
Tichlas.
Tichlas and
Yeah.
family. So,
But Sundowns was
and
Sundowns.
Natasha also bought it from the original owners. I just forgot their name. But
Okay.
the team itself
Has
was
been.
has been.
Yeah, okay. I wish Bloemfontein
Comes back, all that
these
history.
things,
I've got a
yeah.
soft spot for Bloom, but
Even
only for
me.
one reason.
And
There's
yes,
also
when-
Vets.
When Clive
yeah.
Barker was there. And also I used to train at the same gym as the players.
Oh, dope. But my thing, Marco, was that Bloemfontein Celtic supporters really came to the stadium. They would take buses. They would go to a respective venue and fill it up and really show support. And I think that's the other thing we like. We saw the fact that Mamelodi Sundowns had to say these tickets are free because they just wanted Masandawana to come through to the stadium. But in most cases, when a match is, it can be $40. And I'm not saying $40 is not a lot of money, but for Tiger, Horukene Stadium, they don't do that. But Celtic supporters used to do that. And that's the one thing I miss about
$40 is a lot of money on the Betway app.
Yeah, American bet.
Especially
even.
during the international break.
I lost again. But anyway.
Yeah.
Luckily this time I didn't give you it.
Listen, you know who lost me? Nigeria.
Oh.
I had them as a banker to win.
Oh, snap.
Okay, so yes,
thought
I like international breaks for the Betway app. I agree with you.
Yeah.
That's your chance to make money. Is that you can put 5, 10, 20 rand down and you can come out with some big money on some of the 20 sure things in international football.
Uzbekistan versus Italy.
Yeah, or Liechtenstein yesterday against Portugal.
It's
they only
string
conceded
break,
2. That was the surprise.
Yeah.
you know.
So I'm all for the see. It's club football that's a bit tricky, but like when it comes to internationals, that $40 that Tepi spoke about,
As Carl.
Bona, Benegant,
As Carl.
you know, and Bob is your uncle, and you good.
No, me not my Bob. My uncle again talk up.
Okay, let's move on. Tepi.
Okay.
Shall we jet around the world with Tepi Worldwide?
You have to be there. Okay, so very, very simple, straightforward. So the former Arsenal and Barca midfielder Alex Song has retired officially from football.
I was a big fan of his, and that time at Barcelona shouldn't be understated.
He shouldn't have moved to Barca. I think that's where his career actually took a pew.
I don't know. I thought he was still very good in a Barca shirt for 1 or 2 seasons.
Yeah, for
after
modeling,
Arsenal.
for modeling the shirt, yes, not
Len,
because
Put your biases aside. You saw
We
that he
know
left
it's-
Arsenal.
you
Or
like
you saw.
look,
No,
I
Len,
think he
Len is that guy. If you hurt him once in your life, it's over for you. It's over.
he made, he had like great. You see, like if you had to look at Gael Clichy went to City, and I think he had success leaving Arsenal. Robin van Persie left Arsenal, went to Man United. He had success, won the league.
Samir Nasri.
Samir Nasri as well went to
but
City.
did you see Fabregas actually said he should not have went to Barcelona himself?
He
as
shouldn't
well?
have at that time.
Yes.
He should have waited a
He
year or two
regretted
before he
Premature.
did.
Vamos like during the 2010 World Cup.
Yeah, I
When they
remember
made
that.
him wear- yes.
Xavi and
Yes.
Iniesta made him force the Barcelona shirt on him.
Yes. So
So do you blame Xavi and Iniesta?
No,
We
I
are
blame
all adults.
Fabregas. Why did he leave?
He shouldn't have. I think
Yeah.
he regrets it. I agree.
Does Partey remind you of Alex Song?
Well, Song was not injured every second week.
In terms of play.
Oh, okay. I think they 2 different players. From a creativity perspective, I think Song was a bit more of a creative player than someone who's rock solid, cleans up, utility, midfielder type of thing.
Okay.
Okay, Tsepi, where are we off to next?
So we are now going to Serie A. We're going to Italy. Fabregas. Not the Fabregas we know.
Same
It
Fabregas.
is actually, yeah. The same guy.
Francisque.
So let me just read the synopsis very quickly. Former Arsenal star Fabregas has been appointed as interim manager of Serie A side Como, his first major managerial position. He has spent 8 years with the Gunners before leaving for Barcelona back in 2011, retiring from playing earlier this year, before working as coach for Como's under-19. So now he has officially been put in as interim of Como.
Como.
Wasn't he doing his badges
Yeah.
at Arsenal?
He was.
Yes.
He was
Alongside
doing his badges.
with,
but wasn't he, Len, you'll follow up on Cesc Fabregas. Was he not a coach / player in Serie B already before he retired?
Yes, he was under 19.
And we spoke about it on the show as well in one of our previous episodes.
When we announced his retirement, ne?
Look, for me, I think that Arsenal era of the last bit of Arsene Wenger's players, they just feel like the next batch of great coaches.
Because they were coached by a
Inspired,
great coach.
yes.
I think Jack Wilshere,
He's currently with
He's
the Arsenal,
currently with the Arsenal Youth League.
Youth League.
watch
Youth
out for Jack Wilshere.
Yeah.
I think he's going to come along and he's not going to be a Frank Lampard. He's not going to be a Steven Gerrard
Or a John Terry.
or a John Terry of great players who are unsuccessful managers. He's going to be the one that
Or Vincent Company.
when you
He
see
gets it
him as a
right.
manager,
Yeah.
when you see him as a manager, I think that 20 years from now, 30 years from now, you're going to have kids asking, did he play? Was he a player? A bit like Diego Simeone. Do you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, oh, he was a player before.
actually don't-
They're going to know him as a manager. Because there's a lot of young people who don't know
know
Simeone
Diego.
as a player.
Yeah, no.
There's those that, I think with the.
Not
with-
like Zidane, who's
Yeah.
going to be known as a player. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, definitely.
And I think Jack Wilshere is going to be one of those because I think Jack Wilshere would have been one of the greatest players in English history as an English player if it weren't for all the injuries.
There's probably people who are sitting there and don't know that Arteta was also a player. Pep was also a player.
Yeah. I mean, but
This
Arteta
question
we
just came to my
know.
mind now, actually, and I'm gonna throw it out there to Len and Marco. Who played under Sir Alex Ferguson and is a great coach right now?
Mark Hughes, oh, a great coach. Okay.
Because Ole is not
He's not make sure.
He's
Ole
not
Gunnar
make sure.
Solskjaer is not doing great. Wayne Rooney not yet. At
Giggs
least.
tried.
Giggs tried.
When Rooney came back from
Giggs was
MLS
too
and then
busy
he
with-
made that team worse.
Didn't he get kicked out of Birmingham?
Who?
Wayne Rooney?
Wayne Rooney.
Yes.
No, he's currently Birmingham manager still.
I agree,
He's
he
got-
went to the
Chances
US and then
are
he came back.
might be
He
gone
went to
because
go-
he's.
Yeah,
there
the
were
form's
6
been
points.
bad.
Remember, I did say that.
That was a bad appointment.
It was
in
a
the
bad
first place.
appointment.
But I think he's still been given time for now. But
I'm trying to think. Actually, I can't. There's no one. It's
has
gone.
he been fired already?
No. I'm checking. I'm just referring to thingy. What do you call it? The great managers from. You can even say Chelsea as well. Under Mourinho, whoever played under Mourinho, who was a great coach there. From that side.
Okay, so
I
as you
think
look,
Wayne Rooney's still there. He's still there.
Yeah, he's still there. I just looked it up. So Wayne Rooney's still being given time in the Birmingham system.
Mm-hmm.
But
Who else?
yeah,
Giggs,
okay. So Mark
Scholes.
Hughes is probably the most successful of the managers because Roy Keane had some mild success after his playing career, but it never sustained. Mark Hughes had a long period of success as a manager.
What I can tell you is those who played under Sir Alex Ferguson make very good analysts.
Yeah.
Van der Sar.
nice.
Oh, you mean like Gary Neville?
Gary
Yeah.
Neville,
They
Rio
told- yeah.
Ferdinand,
Even
Paul
Giggs,
Scholes,
Scholes,
Giggs,
all of
Owen
them.
Hargreaves.
Peter Schmeichel, Owen Hargreaves. All they do is they are pundits.
Pundits.
Well, good for them.
Let's move on. Tepi.
Let's quickly then go to the US and then we are done. We come back here in Mzansi. Emma Hayes is a footballer. I believe she used to coach Madrid.
Chelsea. She's
She's
currently
yes.
Chelsea coach.
currently
Yes, she
Chelsea
is. Yes, and
women's
she
manager.
just got a good deal to coach the US national women's team.
So after
and
the
she is the
season finishes.
highest paid female coach after you know her resuming
Listen,
or taking on this
This
role.
this Chelsea women's side is not the Chelsea men's side. They're a good side. Not that the Chelsea men's side's better. I'm gonna get murdered in the comments now.
Just talk.
No, Chelsea. Oh, they look like they're making leeway. By the way,
They will come.
Like little
will
bit.
come.
Look, I mean, they blow hot and cold. They blow hot and cold. You remember how they played against Liverpool? We thought this is the Chelsea that we know.
And then
And then after that, they went to Nottingham Forest.
Mm.
Yeah, in the comments.
Man, it seems
talking
as though
about
they go against the big boys and they really come with, you know, all the, what do you always say about the Chambers? What do you say? You have this phrase. Okay, I'll remember. But yes, continue.
Bedway more.
No, man. He always says something and I keep it. I'll remember.
Okay.
All the
Well,
engines.
let's move on while you think about it to the comments. Very good point here from Official Black Tea and Sal Saka. Michael Carrick is doing well at Middlesbrough. He was Man United great under Sir Alex Ferguson, and he's doing very well at Middlesbrough.
I think Super Sub was asking about the Premier League.
Like real top managers who played
Yeah,
under
top
Sir
managers
Alex.
that have won something.
Steve
'cause
Bruce, he was a top man. I mean, not one, but he was a top manager. Hull City, Sheffield United.
What has he won?
He's won survival. Is Sam Allardyce a great manager? Is Sam Allardyce a great manager? Sometimes it takes Tony Pulis, Sam Allardyce. I think they're great managers. Never really won anything.
They say Xavi Alonso played under Jose Mourinho as well.
And he's doing very well
Yes.
at
That was at Real Madrid, yeah.
Red Bull Leipzig.
Pep can also claim him.
That's also true. He also managed him at Bayern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, that is a very. But we can't say that there's any great managers coming out from under your Frenchman in Arsenal,
Arsene Wenger.
Arsene Wenger, who's a great manager. They've tried. Thierry Henry's tried. Patrick Vieira's tried.
Mikel Arteta is doing it.
But Arteta.
Yeah, no, I think
Arteta spent more time under David Moyes. Don't bring up Arsene Wenger for Mikel Arteta. He had 1 or 2 seasons. with him.
He was polished by Arsene Wenger.
David Moyes.
You
I
can throw
give
him-
David
you
Moyes
can
the
throw
credit
him-
for
you
him.
can throw him in
I'm
there.
going to throw him in. Because he stopped playing while he was at Arsenal.
Lunga Msiza
Santi
saying
Cazorla.
Chelsea's coming back the second half of the season. They'll catch up. They now have the fighting spirit under Pochettino. I agree. I think Chelsea's coming back. I've been
Yeah.
slaughtered for complaining about Chelsea on this podcast.
But
Yeah, and I mean, can I just say that our production guy is a Chelsea supporter, and I was being mean to him yesterday, and I was like, yeah, no, all you know is to
sorry,
lose.
shots.
And he was like, yeah, no, what do you mean? But I mean, they are now really picking up. And we had this conversation, and you were very emotional about the super sub when you were saying that give them time. And I think we are starting to see some improvement. But I think they tend to do well when they are going against the big
teams.
boys.
That's my issue.
Yeah, but when they're just playing anybody else, then it seems as though they don't take it as seriously, and that could also come against them in the long run.
But the interesting thing, though, is they need to pick up points sharpish, because they could also fall victim to what is currently, or what was just announced about 30 minutes ago. Everton being docked 10 points.
So it's been announced.
Yes,
It was
official.
Yeah, but they will go through an appeal process. It's not there's a long time between now and the end of the season when it's a thing. So they,
But
you know
the
what's funny
safest
about
thing
that?
to do is to play to
play
play
minus
knowing
10.
that minus 10.
Yeah, play minus 10.
Just play
minus
with
10.
the minus 10.
Play with minus 10.
At least they're not bottom of the league. They're still above Burnley.
Actually,
After being docked 10 points, still above Burnley, even though it's on goal difference.
Sure.
It's sad. And I was saying Chelsea might also fall victim to this because there's an investigation that was being done about them, about shoddy
And-
payments with Roman Abramovich.
Yeah, under Abramovich.
Yes, doing things and
And
ending.
the City case, what is happening?
We're still waiting to hear.
whatever
These things
happens in
take
the
long.
dark
I
will
feel
come out
sorry
of the
for
light.
Everton because you know what? If Everton should get docked 10 points, Chelsea, Manchester City should be docked 10 league statuses.
Shit.
Hey.
You know what's funny?
Manchester City should be in League 2. Chelsea should be in League 3. If
Then
you're
we don't
giving
have a
Everton
league.
10
Then
points,
we don't have a league.
that's not fair.
You know what's funny? I'm actually looking at the updated log. They've already taken Everton down.
You lying.
I kid you not.
They're on number 19
They're
right
number
now.
19 on 4 points.
Yeah.
Then it's sealed then.
But well, they will still try to appeal the whole
They'll
thing.
appeal the whole thing, yeah.
And we'll see how it goes. But
Marco, if wishes were horses, beggars will ride, my friend.
is that the phrase you were looking for?
No,
No,
darling.
it's a new one. That's a new one.
No, Super Sub keeps on giving us like quotables.
He's
Trust.
the gift that keeps on giving.
Yes,
Okay,
Definitely.
let's stay in the Premier League. Let's get through this quickly. We should be wrapping up soon. Richard
Okay.
Arnold finally steps down as chief executive of Manchester United after 16 years with the club. Thank you, Richard Arnold,
done
for
to
nothing.
him.
Thank you.
How do you feel
Thank
about
you.
that?
Thank you.
As a United fan.
You know what? Anything changes. A Man
like
United
losing a
fan's
dad.
happy. Anything changes.
But has
It's like
he-
losing a bad dad. You know that dad that disappeared when you were 2? He went to get
He went
cigarettes.
to go buy
Then
bread.
he came back and he asked you for money because you made some money when you were 21. You just want him to leave again. That's
Sharp.
the dad that's
Sharp.
leaving.
Wow, that harsh.
Harsh.
Sharp.
Let me ask a question. Do you think his role as CEO has anything to do with how the club performs? Do you think the
course.
players even know who he is? Like, it's like,
It doesn't matter. They feel the effects of his decisions.
It's a trickling. It
How
trickles
do you
down to
pay?
them.
So anyway, how is the CEO of the club allowing them to go this long without a director of football? How is the CEO of the club allowing the stadium to go into the state of degradation that it's in? How is the CEO of the club allowing the training facilities to be as far behind Real Madrids of the world, the Barcelonas of the
But
world?
that's when you start to think, friend, that maybe the
the
board is the
Jacuz.
one that is. The
We back there
Jacuz.
again.
So of
But
course,
yeah.
but then you resign. If the board isn't allowing you
Yeah,
to
it's the
get
board.
anywhere, how have you been able to stay in that position for 16 years? For me, if I'm the CEO of that football club and I want to make these changes and the board keeps blocking me, I
Out.
resign.
Out.
so let me ask. I stand to be corrected, and you will know this better than me. He's not been CEO for 16 years. Who's that other guy who looked angry all the time? The one that resigned, I think 2 years ago or last year.
He was the chairman.
Was he the chairman?
Yeah.
Oh,
So the buck stops with him. Not the other guy
Yes,
that left.
because the CEO and then there's an entire board and then the chairman.
So with Sir Jim coming in, could this decision of the resigning be fueled by the incoming 25%er?
I would go further than that, and I would say it's directly correlated with the incoming of Sir Jim Ratcliffe, who is going to ruffle feathers. And there's
Yeah.
already the rumors of who's going to come and replace him as the CEO of the club. It's the former Juventus CEO, Frenchman, I forget his name now. But that's going to be...
Is he going to
very
buy a
interesting.
jacuzzi?
They're going to get new jacuzzis. Everyone gets a jacuzzi.
Ronaldo told them.
You get a jacuzzi, you get it's like Oprah coming in with jacuzzis. So that's going to be an interesting one. Aaron Ramsdale's father has criticized the manner in which Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta has dropped his son for David Raya.
Len.
I don't like this competition for places, business that managers do.
But no, also you took over somebody as, was it Leno?
It was Bernard Leno, yes.
Yes.
No. It was not Leno. It was not Leno. It was the keeper who won the World Cup with Argentina, Martinez. Yes.
Martinez.
No, but Martinez wasn't really first choice at Arsenal for a prolonged period.
So after Leno left, Martinez was first choice, and then
for not even a full season.
Yeah, but that's because Ramsdale was on the up. And then that's when Martinez left and he went to Aston Villa. You see. But anyway, I think the whole thing was fueled by the media and the pundits and whatever. With each club, there is structure in terms of... you can't have one keeper.
Yeah, of course.
You can't have one keeper. And in training as a coach, if you see certain attributes that a keeper has and you know you're going to use them, then you use them.
Then you push,
I don't know if... David Raya is that good with like playing the ball, like the whole playing from the back, like pass. He's made a couple of errors. He's not the best shot stopper in the world, but with Ramsdale, you know that he has a lot of nervous moments when playing out from the back. So I think that is why Mikel Arteta prefers Raya over Aaron Ramsdale.
And speaking of keepers, very, very quickly, guys, and I don't want to digress, but if Tumileng Kune playing the Soweto Derby.
He did.
We had an argument on Saturday about it during the stream. If you want to go see Len and I complain about, argue about goalkeeping for half an hour. Go watch the stream from Saturday.
Yeah. But I get Namakwa as a goalkeeper.
Yeah, I remember.
Yes.
I remember you saying.
Butterfingers was his nickname.
Not butterfingers, broken fingers, chief. Because I broke fingers every weekend.
I call it butter.
Whatever.
But anyway, let's continue. And yes, he still plays, by the way. Kune still plays.
Oh yeah. We're probably almost out of time. Right,
we're out of time for some time already, but yes.
Okay, quick one before we get out of here. Lots of criticism coming through about Kilampela and his choice of career.
He's making a living.
Look,
your quick take on that one?
It's not a quick take, but I'll make it short. Right.
Okay.
You don't criticize somebody for looking out for themselves.
That's it.
You know, a lot of people are saying the man did not invest enough. And in the current climate, economical climate that we're living in, even your investment, you'll see, hey, they're running dry. What do? Not everybody is going to aspire to be a coach or be a pundit. You know, you can make a good living. What if he aspired to be a salesman?
But even so, friend, my thing is this. Even if he did not make the right financial decisions and, he got paid all this money. But what do you want the guy to do? Do you want him to just be a guy who's going to be a bum? Or do you rather have a guy make a living?
The man took a decision. He did not wait for his situation to be destitute.
Yeah.
He took a decision.
And actually, please come through to the show if you want to, my nigga. Look, if you're watching.
He works up the road from me.
Yeah,
I'll go pay him a visit.
Go and say hi. Buy
big
a
up to
polo
that
then.
man. I respect people like that because a lot of soccer players are out there suffering because of
and
pride.
And asking for handouts.
And asking for handouts. That man wants to earn a good living and he wants to earn it through the right channels.
And he's smart. I mean, who would not want to buy a car from
Pella?
Come on.
And can I tell you the interesting bit?
Yeah.
I've seen this throughout a lot of training grounds that I go to.
Yeah.
A lot of footballers in this country like a particular car brand and model.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he just happens to be working for that particular car brand. And
he can sell that model.
Him being him and the stature that he has in the South African football fraternity and him coming out and saying, yo, this is what I do for a living. Wouldn't you be winning man of the match and saying, I'm going to go to Kila to buy a car?
Easy.
Definitely. This man is in a position where he can even make more money than he was when he was playing.
Maybe that car brand should come sponsor us here on ONSIDE.
They must
We
come
haven't
through.
even mentioned them.
We're not going to mention them now.
First.
They must come.
You were literally almost about to mention
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But we're not going to mention
But
them.
look, I respect him for that, and no man should be shamed for taking that stand
Never.
of providing for his family.
Yeah.
You know, he stopped playing a while ago. also. And as a family man, you've got kids. And as kids grow, the needs become even more.
X and
agree.
Twitter will criticize you for
And
anything.
by the
it's
way,
not
guys,
like-
being a salesperson is not a joke, eh? You need to
not.
have a certain skill.
And it's not like the man is out there committing crime. No,
That's what I'm
he's
saying.
making an honest living.
But
He's
you know,
not a-
let me tell you the only crime he's doing. He's killing it.
My girl.
On that note,
On that note, remember to stay onside. Don't be offside. Stay onside with us and Betway, where you get way more. When you are joining the Betway app as a new user, use the affiliate code ONSIDEZA. How you can stay onside with me, Len Moleko, Tsepi Worldwide, and Superside. Until next time, danko.
Danko.
peace to the streets.